Wow, okay. It really feels like we're right at this intersection, AI and crypto, huge shifts.
Mm,
And you sent over some really interesting source material looking right at this convergence, specifically projects that might have a big 2025.
That's right. The stuff you shared, it tries to look past just the general hype. It spotlights actual projects that are, well, actively building something. And yeah, the source uses that term explosion for what might happen soon.
Right. So our mission here in this deep dive is basically to unpack three of those projects from the material. We want to quickly get a handle on their core ideas, what problems they're trying to solve, and crucially, what the sources see as the main challenges. Okay, let's unpack this.
And what's really interesting, and the sources highlight this, is how blockchains features decentralization, ownership, that kind of thing, are being used to tackle some of AI's biggest hurdles.
Okay, first one up in the material. Fetch.ai. FET is the ticker. It's about building autonomous AI agents. When I read that, I sort of pictured, I don't know, little bots running around doing my errands online. How does the source frame that vision?
Pretty much. They envision a future where these agents, sophisticated bots, essentially can act independently for you. Think negotiating prices, maybe trading assets, booking travel, all automatically.
Huh. So the grand vision is these like decentralized machine-to-machine economies, smart cities talking to each other, logistics networks running themselves.
Exactly. And Fetch isn't just theory, the source points out. It's EVM compatible. It has real partnerships, IoT, mobility, finance.
Hmm?
They're trying to make it happen.
Yeah.
But, and this is a big but material raises, there's the adoption hurdle. Will businesses really trust these agents with important stuff at scale? That's the question.
Yeah, and the source seemed to emphasize that Fetch is one of the few actually like building the whole infrastructure needed for this agent thing, not just talking about it.
Okay, switching gears a bit. The next one mentioned is Ocean Protocol. Ocean, described as the AI data engine.
Which makes immediate sense, right? AI needs so much data, but most of it's locked up by, well, big tech.
Right. And Ocean's angle, according to the sources, is tokenizing data, turning data points or data sets into tradable assets on the blockchain. And the key thing is owners can share or sell access without losing control or privacy. They use tech like compute to data for that.
Ah, okay. So the AI can use the data without the data having to leave its secure location.
Precisely. So AI systems get access to diverse, hopefully high quality data pools that aren't stuck in silos.
And the argument in the material is, as AI grows, clean data is like fuel. So Ocean could be really well positioned if it cracks the challenge.
And that challenge identified for Ocean is scale. Getting enough users, enough data providers actually participating and tokenizing their data, building those rich pools takes critical mass.
Makes sense. Okay, finally, the sources spotlight Numerai, NMR. They called this one maybe the most unique, an AI-powered hedge fund.
Yeah, its mechanism is pretty innovative. It's all about crowdsourcing data science. You have thousands of data scientists globally building and submitting predictive models for financial markets.
And if your model does well against real market data, boom, you get rewarded. In NMR tokens, right?
That's the incentive, yeah,
Yeah.
tied directly to performance. But what really makes Numerai stand out, and the source makes a point of this, is that it's not just theoretical. They have an actual hedge fund trading real money based on the collective intelligence, the aggregate predictions of all these models.
Wow, okay. Real stakes. And the challenge mentioned there.
Well, it relies on getting continuous high-quality participation from these data scientists, keeping the models sharp. Though the source does note the ecosystem seems to be growing.
So pulling these threads together, Fetch with agents, Ocean with data, Numerai with these trading models, it really shows how AI and crypto are merging in like very practical ways.
Exactly. It's moving beyond just concepts. Your sources show projects actively building out these new decentralized approaches for AI interaction, data access, even finance.
Understanding these examples helps you, the listener, get a real sense of how this AI crypto future might actually play out. It's not just one thing.
Which brings us right back to that final thought-provoking question the source material poses directly to you. Looking at these three, which one do you think has the most real-world potential going forward?
Definitely something to think about. Great insights in those sources. We'll catch you on the next deep dive.